Hello, hello, it's June Olson with Junebug Creations, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you from a very, very wet Whitefish, Montana. And it's chilly too. I actually had to turn my heater on yesterday afternoon because it was getting kind of chilly in here. And today as well. So I've got a new let me slow down. I have a new kit for you today. Whew. All right, so let's go ahead and switch cameras, and we have a new kit in our kit collection. That started in here in November. There were two of them. I'll do this one this week and I'll do the next one next week. This is a non-stamping kit because it is not in plastic. The ones that are plastic or have plastic over them is because it is a stamping kit and they want to make sure that you don't lose your stamps and ink by having the kit come open. So this is the Everyday Beauty kit that's in the online store, and this one is the Adventure Awaits. And because it's an all-inclusive kit from our kit collection, all you need is a pair of scissors. This doesn't come with the scissors, and actually we don't sell these anymore, but these were charms that I had made for our scissors at one of the retreats that I did. So super fun, although that's turning all dark. Obviously it tarnishes, which means maybe it's really silver. I don't know. So I went back to doing a ribbon on my ribbon scissors because I was starting to get myself confused and other people got confused. So I went ahead and put ribbon back on my ribbon scissors, and then I put my charm on my regular scissors. I just like having that to differentiate which is which. So non-stamping kit means it comes like this. We'll use our non-ribbon scissors to open up our kit. This one is, it looks like it's cute. I like the fun, fresh colors. Kind of bummed that we weren't having any more Christmas kits. I mean, there still would be time to do Christmas kits, but oh, that looks like a glue dot gone wild, gone rogue. Let's see. Luckily, they peel right off. Get this paper with it. And then you can just kind of roll it up, and I usually just stick it in my glue, my little glue glass. I have a little shot glass decorated with the ladybugs, or June bugs as it were, and the bottoms with the glitter. All right, so that it looked kind of like grass. Had those specially made. So here are our no-fail instructions. I can go ahead and put this back in the kit. There's no stamping, so we really don't need that. I tend to just keep them in the kits. Let's see what we have here. So we have 3 different cards with coordinating envelopes. Adventure Awaits. So we have a truck, we have a little sports car, and we have a little family 2-door car here. Then we have the ingredients, it shows right here, and our coordinating Stampin' Up! Colors. So we have Basic Black, Coastal Cabana, Crushed Curry, Garden Green, Granny Apple Green, Pecan Pie, Petal Pink, Poppy Parade, Pretty Peacock, and Timid Tiger. Lots of fun colors. All right, and then we have our no-fail instructions. All right, so let's go ahead and do one of each card together so we can see how we like it. All right, we're going to start off. Oh, wow, look at that huge sheet of glue dots. And since it didn't fit into a bag, that's why one of mine got lost. No problem. Looks like there are plenty. And then a nice big sheet of dimensionals as well. I'm going to put those up here. Then we have our coordinating envelopes. Look how fun those look. That goes here. Oh, that goes here. All right, so we'll do one of each. And let's see. So we have our 3 cards. All right. So I like how they now have the envelope with it. It really helps make it easy to know which envelope goes where. I always would just flip to the front to look, but here they don't even have it with the envelope. All right, so we have the dark petal pink one first, then we have this one, and then we have this one. So these are our 3 envelopes. I'm going to go ahead and set this here. You won't be able to see it completely, but I will. All right, so we'll go with our card bases first. They have things all mixed up. Normally they've started putting them in between things, and that might be better to keep it from getting messed up. All right, so we have our card bases. So this one is lighter, so it's going to go here. And then this one is obvious. And this one here. All right, and then because it's a non-stamping kit, we have our sentiments. And I now, from backstage, know some French people. So I'm going to find out if they want me to save the French sentiments and send them to them. But for now, we're just going to pop out the Let the Adventure Begin. Here it is. This one for card 1. So I can keep the German ones for myself. I can do the others, the French ones, for my new friends that I've met. Some demonstrators. I met them in the airport. I recognized their bags. One was using a Stampin' Up! Backpack. The other one was using the Norway baggage label. No, not label. Bag tag. Cruising to another year. All right, here we go. And then on the last one, enjoy the journey. Yes, enjoy the journey. That's what I've been telling some friends of mine lately. Enjoy the journey. They get all stressed out. And so I've been reminding them to enjoy the journey. All right, here we go. And this one goes over here. And this one goes over here. And then we have some of our cars. Or I guess this one car that goes over there. Oh, no. And we have the truck. And it goes over here. And that's it. So that's just the truck and the little sportsy car. Oh, it's for the windows. Aha. It's for, there's 2 of these. There's actually 3 of those because there are 3 of each card. So we'll set that aside. So we've got our truck. It goes here. We have our little, I don't know, it's like a little Fiat kind of car. And then we have our sports car. It doesn't need the windows, the vellum for the windows. So let's see. So this one goes over here. And the little suitcase with all the stickers goes there. Let's see, this one goes there. And then this one goes here. And we have a palm tree. And remember, pull these out very delicately. You don't want to yank them too fast because you don't want them to get torn up. This one goes here. And then this tree goes here, and this tree goes here. And then we have the balloons on this one, and we have the surfboards on this one, and that's it for those. All right, so we've got them all set up. Let's move card 2 and 3 aside, and we're going to flip it over to card 1. So we're just going to follow the instructions. There's no stamping. So the hexagons are our dimensionals. The gray dots are our glue dots. All right. Now, if you wanted to, I like to always talk about ways to spruce these up a little bit in case you don't want them all to be exactly the same. You can emboss the card fronts or emboss any of the ephemera, the additions, the die cuts, you can emboss those. We're going to go ahead and put these on here so you can emboss those. That will help change it up. Oops, 3 at a time. All right, and then you can always mix and match the different bases. So there are plenty of ways that you can change things up so that you don't necessarily have 3 of each of the exact same card if you don't want the 3 of each of exact same cards. All right, so you can change that up by embossing and mixing and matching. And we'll see how we're doing on time to see whether we want to do that here. So we're going to set this down low here like that. We're going to take our tree and we're going to put some glue dots on it, and that's a great place to use our take your pick tool. So what I like to do is I like to kind of fold this back and then stick my glue dot up under there, or my take your pick tool up under the glue dot. Makes it a lot easier to grab if you bend that plastic down. I had a little kit together here at my house yesterday, and some girls came, some ladies came and did their kits. And so I was walking through this with them on what were the glue dots, how were they symbolized in the kit, and what were the hexagons and how were they symbolized in the kit. All right, we're going to put that right there. And that helped them know what to do better. All right. And using the take your pick tool was a game changer. All right. So we're going to put glue dots on our vellum. So it's just got glue dots all the way across. That will help the vellum stick to it. It's not going to be seen because it's below the windows. So we're going to do that. We're going to pop off. Mine don't pop, as you can see. They just kind of fold over, and then I just move them out of the way so not everybody can make them pop. And then we're going to turn this over and lay it on here so that the vellum is only visible through the windows. Can you see that on the back? You can see that on the back a little bit. All right, hold on. I didn't get it over far enough. The glue dots stick. All right, so you want to make sure you kind of have it centered so it doesn't show anywhere but through the windows. There we go. And it's a tight fit. If it's too difficult, cut off part of the back end and that'll be easier, or the front end if you need to. Trim off what you need to trim off. Then we're going to put glue dots. So on these little suitcases, you can see here there's a little edge, and we're going to put glue dots on there like that. All right, because they're going to get piled into the back of the truck. So we want to put those there. And let's see here. All right, then we want to take those off. See, mine just kind of fold over and off, and then I just brush them away. All right, so we want to look at the picture to make sure how much we have showing. So for this one, we're going to have this much showing like that. And then for this one, it's going to be like that. Super fun. All right. And then we're going to put glue dots, and I like to make sure to put glue dots on where those go together. All right, here we go. Or not glue dots, excuse me, dimensionals. And then they want one up here. And I don't think I really need one right there. I feel like that's plenty. So we're going to pull these little papers off. Like this. So what adventure awaits you next? Where are you going, or where do you want to go? Our next adventure for going somewhere will be in the spring, or I guess end of February. We'll go for Kitar's what do I want to call it? Kitar's competition, OAC competition. So look, it has a window. That looks so cool. All right, and then we want to put some glue dots on our sentiment. Let the adventure begin. And we're going to hang that down towards the bottom. So I want to make sure to put these up high so they can grab on. My nose is runny from the cold. I even had to blow my nose before getting on here. And it's runny. I just got back from a quick drive, needed a little bit of alone time. So here we go. When you're used to having been alone a lot because your husband is gone, and then for the past year and a half had your folks living with you, sometimes to get some alone time you have to go take a drive. I just needed that today. It's been a busy week. Oh, I didn't put this up on the road. Let's see if we can pull that back up. I didn't get it high enough up onto the road. Let's see. Oh, there we go. All right, now let's try that again. Let's put the truck on the road instead of running off on the sidewalk. And then we'll put this here like that. Ooh, I like those. How fun. I might have to save this for when my son graduates and moves out of the house completely. This is a good one for that. All right, let the adventure begin. Okay, let's see what's next. Our second one is with this fun cityscape. Like this. Move that out of the way. Move those out of the way. And so you can totally mix and match these card bases with the different sceneries and do it however you want. All right, so this again is going to have dimensionals all around it. So just when you're watching, tell me where your next adventure is going to take you, or where would you like it to take you? Maybe you're not able to travel right now. Where would you like to go when you can travel? So I know the holidays are coming, so many people might be going to see family. Where is that family? Is it like Florida, New Hampshire, Maine, Colorado, anywhere? Where is it going to be? Let's see. This looks like it goes, that seems a little high. Here we go. All right, so we're going to put a couple glue dots over here on this tree. It's going to hang off just a little bit. So we want to put it down low. Like that. Take your pick tool. Who has a take your pick tool? Put TYPT. TY, take your pick tool. TYPT, if you have a take your pick tool. And they went on the wrong side. Yep, that was me. That was all me putting it on the wrong side. So I'm going to roll these off. And we're going to start all over. Because it's not going to hang off if I do it that way. All right, so, wow. See, I was so focused on the initials for the take your pick tool, TYPT, that I messed up the side of which side it was supposed to go on. Let's try that again. It's over here. Look, it even shows it over here on this side, and I put it on the opposite side. It's one of those days. It's one of those days. It's one of those weeks. I'm a little bit peopled out with all the being on my best behavior, I guess you could say, all these days for on stage, and then the Majestic. Who went to the Majestic? Say Majestic if you went to the Majestic this weekend. Wasn't it fun? We had a great time at the Majestic, met a lot of new people, sold out, not sold out, but made up all but 3, so 173. I just found them last night. So we did 173 make and takes because we had made 176, and I had 3 left over. We had sold out. That one's not showing the balloons. Let's go look at the front. There seems to be a misprint. Nope, the balloons are not on there. But it did show the balloons on here. So I guess you have a choice. You could do driving by to say hello or cruising to another year and use the balloons. For this one, it is not showing the balloons. So we'll do this, but maybe we'll just have to make another one of those cards so I can show you how to do it with the balloons. So let's do that. We'll get these all done up. And I think that's sufficient. All right, let's put it on the road this time, right, June? Let's put it on the road like that. And then doing the driving by to say hello. We had a stamp set that did that. It had a Volkswagen Bug and I think the Volkswagen minivan. I think it was a total Volkswagen kind of set, and it said driving by to say hello. Super fun. But this one is not a stamp set, so that's okay. We're going to do a balloon one. I'm going to pull those out and we'll do the balloon one. Here we go. Just like that. There we go. Let's put that in a card, and then since I've got this stuff out, let's go ahead and grab another one of these and another one of these. I can smell dinner. My husband put it, oh, don't need that. So, oh, I need the background. The cityscapes. Here we go. And the card base. Yep, that would be helpful. But see, here's where you could do in a different color if you wanted to even. So what if we did it on this one? What do you think? I think we're going to go with the blue. There's a reason they picked the blue. Or the Coastal Cabana. Pretty sure that's what it was. Coastal Cabana. And this. Here we go. Let's go ahead and fold that and burnish it with our bone folder. I got myself a new bone folder. Look at that. It says stamp it up. And then of course I put my June bug on the back so I'd know it was mine. One of mine for my classes walked away and nobody seems to have found it. So I thought, you know what? I need to at least have one in each little toolbox that I have on the table. So I got a new one and my old one went to the table. So, because that's how that works. Same with scissors. I decided it was time I had a new pair of fussy cutting scissors because mine were starting to not cut quite as nicely. I need to find somebody who sharpens scissors. And I saw someone this summer at the, what was it? At the not the craft fair, the farmer's market. But I kept forgetting to take my scissors down there. So next year, I need to take my scissors down there and have him sharpen them. That would be so nice since we can't buy them anymore. But they still cut well, so I don't get rid of them. But for my own I like to just periodically have fresh ones. So we're going to put some dimensionals on here. Oh. All right, we're going to put glue dot on here, and we'll stick some dimensionals on there, and I'm going to put the glue dot on the bottom of the balloons, and we're going to stick it like this out of the back. How fun is that? Pop those off. This could be used as a birthday card, cruising to another year, so totally a birthday card. It's got the balloons. If you had some cake ephemera, you could totally do that. We should see if I have any cake ephemera in the mix and match. That would be super fun. Let's see. Here we go. Because then you could put a cake with it. I don't know if I have any small enough. I'll check real quick though. That would be super cute if we had a little ephemera cake or cupcake. Giant cupcake maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I'll grab those in a second. And we'll see what we could add. It doesn't even look straight. All right, let's see. We've got some ephemera here. All right, so we've got some older stuff. Let's see if we have any in here. This is the Good Times Mix and Match. Let's see, we've got pies. This is all way too big. Way too big. Way too big. That's all very big. All right, let's see. Birthday treats, here we go. Maybe, oh, there's a big old cake. There's a big old cupcake. That's a little too big. That would be in the extreme. So it was a great thought, but apparently we don't have something small enough to do that with. So, but that's still cute, cruising to another year. So you could totally put happy birthday on the inside. We do have her happy birthday in here. Let's see. Happy birthday. It's always fun when you're at school, when you're a teacher, and the birthday songs that the kids come up with to sing to each other. Let's see, is this, and you can even change the colors of these. I would leave it in here if you wanted to change the colors. So there's this, it's a different color. Let's see, is there a happy? Looks like all my happies are used. Let's see. So happy for you. Anyway, you get the idea. Apparently, I don't have what I need, so I'm not going to be able to do that. But you could do, or even just write happy birthday on the inside. This is a great birthday card with the balloons and everything hanging out of it. You get the idea of what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and do the third card. Or fourth card, as it were, since we did two of the one, since it gave us options. All right, so again, we're going to turn this over and let's see. Okay, so this one does have the surfboards and the luggage. Thank goodness. I was beginning to think it was going to be another optional kind of card, but that was fun doing those two cards with the sports car and mixing it up between a birthday and a hello. All right. I love that they gave us a nice big sheet of dimensionals. Someone pulled out a big old sheet of dimensionals and said, "What's this?" yesterday. And I said, "Oh, it's for your kit. It's a nice big sheet." All right. So we're going to put that down there. And again, we have our car. We're going to put our glue dots across here. And we're going to put one up above, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to put it on this side because I find that a little easier to make sure that it's not going to show. I know these down here along the body are definitely not going to show, but that one up there, I wanted to make sure to put it in the right place. So then, well, why not put it on here? All right, so we're going to pop those off. Here we go. Come on. And then this one up here. And that way, when we turn this over and lay it on there, we can make sure that it stays where it needs to be. There we go. All right. So then we're going to put our suitcases on top of, so we're going to put the glue dots. So there's a glue dot on the suitcases because it's going to go connect to this. Here we go. Pop that off. It's going to be above here like that. All right, and then, yeah, and then we're going to turn that over and we're going to put glue dots along the edge here and here in the thickest part of the board. Make sure that, kind of roll that. If it comes off, you just roll it up a little if it's hanging over. And then that's going to actually stick on the white part of the car like that. Then we'll stick this over, turn that over, and we're going to put a dimensional right there to hold it all together. And then our dimensionals across the car like that. Got quite a collection of dimensional and glue dot toppings on my side. I love that I have a little vacuum that I can use to clean it all up with. So we're gonna, oh, let's put the tree down first so we don't actually have it in the way because the car is going to go in front of it. So we have a glue dot here, a glue dot here, and a glue dot here. So we're going to carefully pop those off. Remember, this is delicate, so be careful when you pop it off that you don't tear it. All right, and we'll take that, and it's going to also kind of hang off. Oh, well, I put the glue dot too high, not thinking about it hanging off, so let's fix that. Come on. It's nice that it just kind of rolls off. See? It's rolling right off. Looks like a little goober. And then we can go ahead and put this on the correct one so that it will stay put. There we go. All right, and now let's put it on there correctly. I can do this? Really, I can. All right, let's put this up here on the sand. We don't want to cover our bird, so I'm going to move him that way. Like that. We have our seagull over here, and then we have the enjoy the journey. Doesn't that sound like something a surfer dude would say? Enjoy the journey, man. Yeah, it totally sounds like a surfer dude kind of thing. Or a surfer girl. I know, girls surf too. So it could be a surfer girl. Makes me think of Point Break. Have you seen that movie, Point Break, with Patrick Swayze and Keanu Reeves? Whew, that was a great movie. I love it. I don't really like Patrick's character a whole super lot because, you know, to me he was a good guy, and in that one he kind of played a bad boy. But that's okay. He's still one of my all-time favorites. All right. Oh, that one dropped. There we go. All right. And this will go in this envelope. How fun and how awesome is that? So we've got all our cards done. We've got all our possibilities of cards done. Let's bring those back. So we have these 2 cards. This was 1 and 3. Let me zoom out a little bit for you so you can see them all. And I'm going to post them, and you can tell me which one you liked the best. All right, and then we had these 2 options. So we have card 1, 3, and 2, but 2 different versions of 2. So I kind of like that. I like the one with the balloons coming out of the back. Definitely like that a lot. So, all right, here we go. So thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate seeing you on here. I will be, this week is one of those weeks. So I'm actually going to start this next week when I don't have so much going on. I think when I had planned to do it, I didn't look at the calendar. And so this week is pretty full up with Card Club and everything. And I've got some new people coming to Card Club. And then I had the class yesterday. So my apologies, but I will start that next Monday and start opening those doors through the week. So I will see you on Thursday for Thunderstruck Thursday. Probably something a little messy. I'm kind of in the messy mood. So let's see what we can do on Thursday. So join me then for a fun new technique. See you later. Bye-bye.